What's up, everybody? Welcome to Funketopia Live. For the first time, we're doing a lot of things that we have not done before. And welcome, one and all.
Welcome.
It's the whole reason why we're actually doing this is primarily because of the fact that we are tomorrow night. I will be doing an album chat for the album For You, Prince's very first album. And the primary reason for this is because I really wanted to redo those earlier albums, album chat wise, because there was so much information that was left off. And when we first did, I keep saying when I first did For You, the whole entire broadcast with the music was only about, I don't know, it was very little. It was like maybe an hour and a half, maybe, for the entire album chat, which included all the preliminary information, all the stories behind the tracks, and all that stuff. I can tell you that if you tune in tomorrow for the album chat,
Shoot.
it's not going to be an hour and a half. I'm just telling you now. It's going to be longer. You're going to learn a lot about For
Right.
You. You're going to learn a lot about For You. I'm just warning you now. There is a lot of information that you're going to learn. You're going to learn stuff that, I am digging up stuff that I didn't even know about that first album and some of the stuff that went into the whole programming process when he was trying to get the record deal, what was going on in his personal, all this stuff. And we're going to share all that information tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow, Friday night. We don't normally do the show on Friday night, but I promise you guys that we'll do an album chat before we did the show on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
And Tuesday night show is going to be it's going to be a free for all. But it's not only going to be a free for all, it's going to be a free for all with Bocephus and
Guest stars.
with special guest stars Bocephus
and Sylvester.
and Sylvester.
Uh,
I knew it was Sylvester, but for some reason I kept second guessing myself. I was so Sylvester is frozen on the screen right now,
but you know what? Sylvester's a cat, so
yeah.
maybe we can come up with a better name if somebody has another name. He's a
Oh,
cat. He's not gonna care.
yeah, it's all good. It's all good. So if right now tonight, you guys should be hearing this show on Facebook. You should be hearing it on YouTube. You should be hearing it on Mixcloud, and you should be hearing it on the Funked Up app on the Purple Yoda Radio side of the channel. So tomorrow, I will be doing the For You album chat. We're going to talk about the album, and it's going to be extensive. So just so we're clear, it's going to be a fun ride. It's going to be way different than what it's going to be. Very different. That's just all there is to it.
It's gonna be different, all right.
It's going to be very different because there's a lot more information. Let's just put it this way. I have not even started working on the background information on most of the songs themselves. There's 9 songs on the album For You, and I'm already up to 8 pages.
Wow.
So, and there is a little bit of a few bullets for some of the songs, but so maybe we're at seven pages, maybe 6.5, 7 pages. So, man, it's going to be quite a ride if you are a huge fan of Prince, and that especially that first album For You, where he broke onto the scene. You're not going to want to be anywhere else other than here tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And again, one of the primary reasons that we came here was because of the fact that I wanted to test this out. I wanted to make sure that the audio was going to be able to go out, and then we're also going to be able to play music. So that's going to be very important to the whole process as well, that we're able to play music. And I don't think that if we play music here, you're not going to be able to hear it on Facebook and YouTube because of the way that it works. But again, Mixcloud shouldn't be an issue. The app should not be an issue. There's going to be stuff going on all the time.
Right.
So.
Right. We have to be careful no matter what, because yes, they'll kick us off. Yes, they'll block. All the fun stuff will happen no matter what. So
yeah,
we'll figure it out.
All you fine
together.
folks, thank you very much. Hello, Susan. Hello, Andre. What's going on? Lisa, Ernest, Ocean's on there.
Ocean.
Laura, Audrey's in the house.
Hey.
Yeah. So I mean, and I assume that's Cammy. We're doing the hello, hello. We are.
That's a Michelle Douglas.
Is it? I don't
Hmm.
see. You're seeing that on that side.
Well, I actually logged in directly to Facebook so I can see and respond a little differently outside of the our app.
Gotcha. All right. Well, that's good. So yeah, this is more. We just wanted to come in, do a little bit of a free for all, test some of the audio. I know that this is not our normal broadcast night. Our normal broadcast night is on Tuesday, so you guys aren't quite ready for what we're doing here, and
Y'all ain't ready, man.
we're not even ready.
We're not ready. We're so not ready.
To be totally honest, we're not even ready yet. So it is. It's a mess.
But what's important now is if you guys can give us feedback, let us know if vocals are strange, if anything's too loud, if there's any echoes, all that stuff. Just kind of let us know because tomorrow, like Mr. Christopher said, tomorrow he's going to do the album chats, and then next week we're going to have Bocephus and Sylvester, and there's just a whole lot going on. So now's a good time to let us know while we're free for alling and improvising as we go. So
Yeah, and what's really cool is that I'm getting I got a text from Craig Alexander. For those who don't know Craig Alexander, he's with the Prince Group from Houston, and he said he's listening on the app, and he said all clear, brother. So I'm glad to hear that. So this is good. This is good news that we're going directly to the app, and that it's showing up all clear. Donna had said that Jeff was kind of echoey. Is he echoey or cool sounding? Like,
am I? Yeah, am I still cool?
Oh my gosh, yeah. This is so it's a lot of fun. This is something different that I have not been able to do when the radio station in its first 5 years of existence was right. He did say there's a major echo on you, Jeff.
Serious?
Well, and for the album chat, we'll figure that part out. But for the album chat tomorrow, I'm the most no offense, but I'm the most important part of this because I'm going to be talking the whole entire time, and there does not need to be an echo on my voice at all. So we need to make sure this is resolved.
Absolutely.
And probably what may be a possibility is that I may actually decide to pre-record the show and just post it up, just to avoid any type of problems. Just post it up on the app and post it up on Mixcloud. I know that kind of takes away from the live effect, but I also don't. One of the problems that I'm really concerned about doing the live show is I've done some album chats where I've done it live and then I sit and I chat while the music is playing. It's a little bit different of a nuance now because of the fact that if I'm talking to you guys with this particular setup, you're going to hear the music and you're going to hear me talking. And most people don't want to hear me talking. They just want to hear the music. So I'm just, for me, I'm just going to take it as it comes and we'll see what happens. I just, I wanted to make sure this worked right on the app side of things. And as long as I am clear, we also probably need to, throw some music up too, just to kind of see what it.
Yeah. Susie just said the same thing. I was thinking if you did pre-record it, that's fine. You show it and you just jump on Facebook and, you can interact while it's playing. So you could spend time while you're doing the show or while it's already pre-recorded. So, that works. Am I drinking? Should I be?
Yeah, but then on the same note, I mean, they got to do it and then pre-record it before.
Oh, that's true. That's a lot.
Before the show, which means that I'd have to start pre-recording. I'd have to start pre-recording like around lunchtime tomorrow, so I can get it done and completed and all the songs laid out and then flattened and sent out.
Yeah, that's too much. That's a lot.
Well, you know me, I always kind of push myself just a little more than I should.
You get that alpha brain going even when you're not on alpha brain now.
Yeah, I know.
You're de-alpha brained brain.
So it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a good time. Needless to say, let's see. I'm going to try something here. I'm going to see if I can play see if I can play this song here and see what happens.
This is America. Uh-huh.
Can you hear the song?
I hear it.
Okay. All right.
It's a little soft and wet, but I can still hear it.
Yeah, so I've got to stop it right now because obviously we're on Facebook at the moment, and
Oh yeah, people get booted.
so we'll be booted. So we want to make sure that again everything's working the way that it's supposed to be working. Maybe I'm just going to do it live anyways. And if it crashes and burns, it crashes and burns because then I can afterwards I can just remix it and put it out there for all to see. But I am doing something totally different than I've ever done before here since we since we started doing this. So I don't know. It is what it is. It's going to be fun. We're going to have fun tomorrow. So get ready because the For You album chat is stupid.
I'll be listening in with you guys. I'll be probably, maybe.
Yeah.
Likely.
Yeah. So tonight we're not going to do a long show. We only wanted to kind of come in and hang out with folks and kind of just Oh, Stacy said, "What happened to Alpha Brain?" Well, nothing happened with Alpha Brain. I, for those who don't know what we're talking about, there is a company called ONITE, ONNIT, and Joe Rogan was talking about it, and he basically said, "I can't exist without Alpha Brain." And that was this, and for some reason or another, I happen to have some type of arrangement or some type of situation where I was able to get a free bottle. All I had to do was pay for shipping. Sure.
The truth is, he influences you. Joe Rogan.
in some instances,
he does for everybody.
We don't see eye to eye on a lot of things, but that's okay.
Still, he's great.
Yeah, he is great. But anyways, there's a company called ONITE, and they make this stuff called Alpha Brain, and it is specifically for memory and focus. That's it right there. And remember when I first started taking these?
Yeah.
It was like ridiculous.
You're like on crack.
It was like it wasn't quite like an Adderall level of getting shit done, but it was like it was significant.
Well, I tell you, you were getting stuff done. You weren't like scratching and itching and twitching, but when you would hit me up, you'd done like 500 different things, and I swear they were all at the same time. You were getting stuff done, man.
Well, this happens every single Tuesday. This happens every single Tuesday show. What ends up happening is that, Jeff and I don't really talk much during the week. We might, but for the most part, we'll touch base on like Tuesday morning and Tuesday afternoon. He'll log in to see what I have on the agenda for Tuesday night. And it's normally like 6 or more pages of script that I've written for the show. And that's one of the reasons why you hear me doing most of the talking.
Yeah, that's cram session right there. And even if during the week I've put stuff in there, it's going to get changed and edited because, Chris is very organized like that. So on Tuesday I get in and I start cramming. What did I miss? Oh, what was changed? What did I, and then I start figuring out, okay, how am I going to do? But I'm an improviser, so most of my stuff is off the cuff anyway. I'm used to that. So yeah, I guess it works. I got nothing to say anyway.
But the whole point of that is being that Jeff Page has gotten accustomed to the way that I work, which is pretty much just friggin' madhouse where I go in and just start hammering stuff away and just pages and pages. Because once I get into a mode, it's just a constant writing thing, and it just kind of goes and goes and goes. And that's kind of what's happening with the For You album chat that I've gotten up, that I'm up to like about 7 pages of content, and I haven't even started writing about the individual songs yet. So that's why I'm kind of telling you that tomorrow night's going to be a little bit different of a scenario for sure. I like that. Hey, Craig Alexander, if you're still there. And Craig said that Soft and Wet had an echo, FYI. Okay, that's what I was asking. That's what I wanted to ask too. So what that means is that for me, the music is coming directly into the board. And so what's happening is, because of the fact that I'm going directly to the board, I'm not having an echo. But anything where the audio is sourced on the computer, which is you and which is Spotify, it is getting a direct echo. Now, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to try something different. Okay. Just to see just kind of what happened. Now, here's again, this is the whole reason why we're doing this is because we want to try to figure out what the issues are now. I'm
Right.
going to pull the audio on this.
So far, we've been able to narrow down that the issue is in the app. We're not getting the echoes on Facebook and YouTube. It's really only happening in the app. So it's got to be the broadcaster. It's probably multiple channels pushing through. So I bet if you found out which channel and muted one of them, it'll probably work, right? That's just my guess.
You still there?
Who
Are you still
you?
there? Are you still there?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, see, now I can't hear myself in the headphones, which I'm okay with. I'm okay with not hearing myself, okay, because I want to try to get to the bottom of this echo thing, especially from the music side of things.
Right.
So, what I'm doing is that I don't know if that fixed the echo on you or
Okay.
not.
Yeah, we need someone to text us. Let us know if the echo is happening on the app. Again, the voice, and in a few minutes, Chrissy will just play some more music.
Yep, I'm going to do that in just a second because I'm actually going to do Spotify from my phone to see if me going direct and not through that.
Yeah,
Not
do
through
both.
it's just curious.
Yeah, definitely do both. That way,
All right, let's see.
you have a workaround if you need it.
All right, let's see.
No, hear nothing.
Well, you hear nothing, but does the people on the app hear something? Because hold on, because the app is like one of the most important pieces of this puzzle. Now hold on a second. Let me press that. Let me see if I can see bouncing. Oops. Yeah, so the app appears to be playing it, but is there Krista said there's no echo. Krista, are you saying there's no echo on the music now that I've switched to the phone? I want
Cool.
to, and Craig, tell me if there's an echo on the music since I started playing it. Oh, Donna says fixed. Perfect. Now,
Yeah, is my voice still echoing, or is my voice no longer echoing?
Yeah, does that mean that Jeff no longer has an echo either?
I don't sound cool anymore.
Man, because of that, if that's going on, what's good is that even though I can't hear myself in my headphones, I can actually see my level on the broadcast system, which is perfect. So either Donna or Craig, just tell me if there's an echo. I am so sorry. Krista says there's no echo on Purple Radio.
Sweet.
Now you're saying no echo, Krista. Again, I need to clarify. Means no echo. Period. Okay, everything's gone. So everything's fixed. See, this is what this is. Yeah,
I love it. This is the beauty of testing when you have people that are with us. That's this family. You're making sure we get it right. So when so we can do it right. This is
great. This is great. No echo on either. Yes. All right. So we were able to fix. So the music will have to be played from the phone, which is fine. Don't really mind. You can actually hear me. And technically I probably can, but you can't hear music on here though. Now that's the other thing though, also is from the Mixcloud perspective, because you said you weren't hearing any music, but correct. I don't know if that means that there's no music at all, because there should be music coming through this already. Because yeah, I mean, I'm showing levels now. Hold on a second. Hold on. I am so sorry for you guys. This is like horrible friggin' radio. I know, but hold on.
Shelby said she can hear everything great as well. Shelby, welcome back. It's been a long time. There we go. I hear some music now.
Well, it's because you're hearing it behind me.
Good.
Well, so I got to be real careful. So you're hearing it here. But so I need to tell folks, if you listen to Mixcloud or whatever, I don't know, but you were hearing it behind me as opposed to, whatever. All right, we're going to figure it all out. So, all that being said, tune in tomorrow. We're going to be working on some of this stuff and trying to get some of this worked out. I will log on tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time just to kind of get you guys situated and test the music, make sure you guys can hear everything perfectly okay on both Mixcloud and also on the app. Again, the reason why we're not going to be doing Facebook and YouTube is because they're going to kick us off if we start playing music. And I just don't want to screw anybody else up. And I did say wine night tonight, didn't I?
You did?
I did. I said that. I said wine night tonight.
I missed that. When did you say that? Where was I?
It was on the announcement. I said wine night and then I didn't do it.
So I need to get some wine. I don't have any wine, but I have scotch. And I know we're wrapping up. I mean, we got a few more things we could talk about. There's a couple of news things we can talk about.
Yes,
but I gotta get a drink, man, if we're gonna.
No, we're not gonna. We're gonna do all that. So let's talk about a couple of things here because again, we don't want to be doing this all night. This is going to be max an hour. This is going to be max an hour show. So just so we're clear, this whole thing was just for a test. But let's talk about some really cool things besides tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The album chat for you. It is an expanded edition of the For You album chat. For those who have previously heard the album chat on For You, this is way more. This is I mean, like 60% of what you hear tomorrow was not in the original broadcast. So
album chat on steroids.
It's an album chat on Alpha Brain.
On Alpha Brain.
It's the For You album chat on Alpha Brain. That's what you can expect tomorrow night. It's going to be a lot of cool things. I mean, there's so much information, so much little pieces and tidbits of information that if you're a Prince fan, I guarantee you're going to hear stuff tomorrow that you did not know. I'm telling you, you're going to be like, what? So if you're a Prince fan, absolutely positively join in. Oh, a special announcement that is not on the bullet. I want to make sure that we go ahead and announce it. I'll probably be announcing it tomorrow before I break into the album chat, but a special announcement tomorrow night is that we have I don't know why I said tomorrow night. I don't know why I said tomorrow night. That's the reason why I'm rewinding on myself. Who? So basically we have settled on a date for the Michael Gabriel album release party. Yes. So it's important that you guys understand that on August 24th, which is a Wednesday, again, that's not our normal night, but on August 24th, we will be doing Michael Gabriel's album release party for his brand new album, Genesis. Michael Gabriel will be with us along with some special guests, and we will be talking about the entire album. We'll be talking about the meetings. It's kind of like doing an album chat for Michael Gabriel's Genesis album.
It's going to be a blast.
It's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to want to be there for it. And again, that's the 24th of August. So only 20 days from right now. So less than 3 weeks from right now, we're going to be doing it. And it's going to be broadcast everywhere, just like we're doing here. It's going to be fun.
Yeah. Those of you who missed the show, he's a great personality. Those who even saw the show, he's a blast to work with. And as Chris said multiple times,
he's easy on the eyes.
I love it.
Oh my gosh. Yes. So, and let me go ahead and I don't think Maria Taiska is in here, but let me just, anyways, just know that,
it's okay.
Never mind.
It's okay. You are all right. We are forgiving your Alpha Brain moment.
No, it's fine. I don't want to get too buried into the minutia of just be ready. We'll be making the announcement on August before then for the August 24th show on Wednesday. Would be Michael Gabriel with some special guests that may or may not pop in. Last time we had Michael on the show, Sheila E dropped in, which was very, very cool. So maybe awesome. We can expect to see her again.
Right. And
However,
others. Yeah.
of course, and
Yeah.
others. August 24th, put it on your calendar now. We have not made the official announcement. And what I can tell you is that the album does not get released on the 24th. So we may be okay playing it on Facebook and YouTube because they might not know what it is yet. So just be aware that it may be okay because at that point, that album has not been released yet. So they might not know what it is. So,
Which is awesome because you get to hear it here first.
right. So,
Awesomeness.
yes, there is awesomeness. Congratulations to all of the heirs of the Prince estate, I guess. But
Family and then some.
the family, right? The Prince estate is finally settled, which and I guess the only part I'm confused about is that I'm glad that it's all over and that everything's working out, and that ultimately, I think the remaining members of the family, if I read this correctly, the remaining members of the family constitute that have not sold their shares away to Primary Wave, own 42% of the estate. 42% of 42%.
Right.
Primary Wave still owns the majority. So they have the majority. So, but as I mentioned before, I know there's some people that are upset about it, but I'm not trying to take sides on this or anything,
Right.
but the family was not really involved in Prince's world anyways. To be
Right.
totally honest, I mean, you didn't hear much about what Taika was doing or what Sharon was doing. Any of them were really doing. I
Right.
mean, they weren't really involved in his career or music at all anyways. So really, in all honesty, I know Sharon, so I can tell you, and she's been on Funkatopia before. She's been on the show, so what I can tell you, and I've met Taika, Sharon really didn't have any musical aspirations. Taika did, but she was more concerned about prolonging the legacy of their father, John.
Mm-hmm.
And so the family really didn't have much to do with any of the decisions that were happening proactively regarding Prince and his career and his music choices and everything else. So I I'm going to say this, and I hope I hope I don't regret saying this. While I feel like, yes, that his material and his, should go to a family member, just like when
Mm-hmm.
I die, I would
Right.
prefer that my
Absolutely.
family, but to this extent, it's kind of good that Primary Wave, and you guys ever hear me say it, it's kind of good that Primary Wave is the one that's holding the majority stake because let's face it, there is a profit motive there with Primary Wave.
Right.
And when
Right.
there's a profit motive with Primary Wave, that means Primary Wave is going to be focused on giving all of us what we want. They're going to be focused on getting. Let me just say, if I know that I know that some Primary Wave folks have listened to this show before, so let me just go ahead and say that I hope that you do not give us another greatest hits collection because we will strangle you. So what we want
Choke
to
'em out.
see, could choke you out, because we want to see some of this original material, some of this original stuff that's still sitting in the vault. Some of the, do some
Yeah.
reworkings, get some people in there, get some great producers in there. No offense to Morris Hayes. I love his work on
Right.
Welcome to America. I thought it was fantastic. And no offense to Joshua Welton, who did all the work with Hit and Run 2 and some of this, the Artificial Age and some of the things that he did there.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
get some really hardcore, like, producers that are going to be taking stuff next level.
Yeah, and you know what? I
I mean,
agree with you. I think that this is going in a good direction, and according to what they're saying, everybody's fairly pleased with this. And like you said, the family should have something, and they're again. Let's not forget they're still getting benefits from music rights. They're gaining other things as well, and then the company that's handling management is a company that handles this industry, and I think that makes more sense anyways. if you want something to continue on in a legacy and grow, you need somebody who that's what they do. So
Right.
it just makes sense the way things are panning out. I don't know what's going on in the background and who's pretending to be happy and who's not happy, or if everyone is happy. But it sounds logical, and it sounds like it makes sense to me. I think it'll work out in everybody's best interest, yeah,
Yeah.
including the fans.
I don't understand where the $6 million point came in. I don't, because apparently the three remaining heirs, the three, I guess there was what, six heirs, and two of them have passed away since Prince passed away.
Right.
So I think there's only four that I could be wrong. I'll have to reread the article, but there's like three or four folks that are getting this distribution of $6 million after taxes. What are we looking at? We're looking at, you're looking
A
at
different number.
a very different number, like a million maybe at best, which is kind of insulting considering the value of Prince's estate and everything. But again, they weren't really involved in this. Is just like kind of like not unearned money, but unearned money.
Right. Right. Well, I mean, it's going to the remaining heirs, their
Correct.
families, advisors, primarily.
Yes.
I mean, things are being divvied out quite a bit. So and the numbers are going to be whatever they are. The key is they're continuing to receive something as things move forward. And as long as that's in place, they should be okay. And,
Yeah.
and like you said, they were not involved in the music stuff. They don't handle that. So, well, why? It makes sense, sort of.
Again, I'm while I do want the family members to have something to show for all the work that that Prince has done. I
Absolutely.
Also am very much in the primary wave court because I know that they have they have profit motive, which means that they're going to be releasing stuff that we want.
Hopefully.
Because well, yeah, I
But
mean,
they don't want to get choked out. You've already stated it.
yeah,
We
don't
will
release,
stage a coup.
please don't release another greatest hits. I'm begging you, friggin' don't do that. Yeah,
Release
so
another Purple Rain.
yeah, Purple Rain expanded deluxe
Expanded deluxe
coup.
coup. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So, anyways, I just let's not do that.
Cool.
Anyways, so yeah, there's that. Dave Roussan, the creator of the Cloud guitar that you guys was one of the focal pieces of Purple Rain. It was the guitar that was featured that Apollonia sold her earrings for and got that beautiful Cloud guitar for Prince, and Prince loved it for about 10 seconds before he pimp slapped her.
God, no.
In the movie, it was a movie. Um,
Said it so casually, like,
um,
oh,
anyways, when he started making replicas of that guitar, he was told by Paisley Park, "Don't make any more replicas of this guitar." And also, not only stop making replicas, but we also want you to give up your trademark on that guitar. We kind of feel like Prince made it famous, and that is, that's it. We're done here.
right.
But luckily, there's some type of undisclosed agreement
Right.
that Dave Roussan is able to continue making the guitars or making replicas or similar things. And the Cloud guitar wasn't the only guitar that he had actually made
Right.
for Prince. There was a couple other guitars that he made as well.
And
Now-
and then, on top of that, the story from the guitars, he made it first, and then wasn't it? Didn't he make it and then say, "Hey, Prince"? Well, maybe that was the bass.
It was a bass guitar originally.
That was the bass. Okay. Well, never mind then.
Well, it doesn't really matter because it's just a matter of just restringing it and doing something different with the neck. But I mean, anyways, no details about the arrangement. But Dave said it was an amicable arrangement. So what do we think that it was? What do we think that it was? I mean, that he can continue making the replicas and
I think so. I think He can continue making them, and they're going to get something from it as well. I just don't think he's getting all the money from whatever he creates at this point. But as long as he gets the majority of it and they get a piece, I think that's probably what's going on there, and that would make sense. Again, it's not worth the fight. It's not worth the battle. Share. Let's all grow. So
Yeah,
people are still buying that thing. you know?
Yeah. So yeah, it's and they got the little mini replicas too,
Yeah.
which I've seen in a variety of places. I saw it on. There's. I'm not gonna. I don't want to go down a rabbit hole, but there's. there's a person who has an auction online,
Oh.
and we had a little bit of a kerfuffle, didn't we?
Back to the kerfuffle, yes.
Let's just put it this way. I'm seeing that cloud guitar pop up in a variety of places, even in places where people are bragging that they only deal with official stuff and they only deal with
Right.
legit, ordained, blessed merch. And I've been seeing it pop up in a variety of places. Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah. You know how that goes.
Yeah. Same person who I don't think I've seen wear a official Prince shirt in the past 6 broadcasts that he's done.
You're just picking a fight now. You are just picking a fight. You're just a troublemaker.
Yeah, in the past, yeah, sorry. In the past 6 broadcasts that he's done, he has worn shirts that are not official Prince shirts. They are
They're shirts.
They're shirts that he got from China or got from some other place. And I don't know. That stuff really annoys me. I'm sorry, it really annoys me.
And I get it, because if you're gonna sing the song, then walk that same walk. That's
thank you.
That's really the truth. Otherwise, don't say it. It doesn't matter if you do it, but don't condemn anybody else, and you just can't put people on blast and then do it. That's all to it. Do it if you want, but you can't put people on blast at the same time. It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, especially when people in your household make Prince-related stuff.
Man, you're just going there, aren't you? Just keep digging in there. Get between the ribs. It hurts when you get between the ribs, right?
Yeah, this is there's so many cool Prince stuff, merch, and stuff that's online that is not ordained. Right. That is not ordained by the estate. You can go on to Etsy right now and search for Prince and find all kinds of really cool, wacky Prince-related things on there that were never cleared by the estate. There were never. It's just artists and crafters that just love to create stuff, and they create really, really cool stuff that the estate will never ever make.
Right.
Not in any stretch of the imagination are they ever thinking about creating anything like some of the stuff that's out there. So yeah, is
Yep.
Yeah, it is a petty kerfuffle chat.
It is.
No, I just, anyways, there's more drama that just keeps on popping up with this dude. And, I don't understand. I don't understand. I thought it was love for one another.
Well,
did I say
it's
another?
Supposed to be.
Another.
Love for one another.
Love number one another.
Yeah, I mean, it is what when somebody feels threatened, they're gonna lash out. And why they feel threatened, I don't know. It just is what it is. That's it.
I
And
mean,
you did threaten to choke somebody out already, so
that's right. I did.
people are feeling threatened just a little bit.
And they should.
They should.
Yeah. Was I
I
oh shoot, hold on
think
a second.
Mo,
Oh.
maybe.
No, no, I was looking at the well, I mean, we were talking about the fact that I had I don't know if I can share an image. Can I share a picture? I can't share a picture, can I?
Why not?
I don't
You're
think I
not
can
a,
share a picture. Well, I
not
can
in a
probably share a
sharing
picture.
mood.
Well, no, I am, but Prince and I had a discussion uh on Twitter one year back in 2014, 2015, where I literally was in a Twitter discussion with Prince about bootlegs. And, I was just
Mm,
like, this was back in that whole entire issue where people were getting their hands slapped because they were playing his music on YouTube or whatever.
right.
Like it started with this mother that was recording her son dancing around the kitchen to Little Red Corvette, and he like sent her a cease and desist. It's like, dude, come on. And I ticked him off with that article that I did on Funkatopia called "How to Kill Your Marketing in One Easy Step" or something like that. And it was some kind of benign title like that. And he went dark on me. And he didn't talk. He didn't talk with me for a while. But it was funny because we got back into the discussion on Twitter,
Mm,
and then he sent me a Twitter post, and I'm gonna see if I can share this. He sent me a Twitter post, and let me see if I can share this Twitter post that he sent me. There it is right here. Look,
oh
he sent me this
man.
Twitter post that said, "Fans share, not sell.
Mm,
They don't get sued. Bootleggers do."
right.
So this is what Prince shared with me on Twitter, and then of course he referenced the article where I was kind of talking a little bit more
Hmm.
about some of the about some of the bootlegging stuff, which I just think was funny in itself. That I was entering into a conversation with Prince back and forth on Twitter about this, and the whole point of that being is that you got so many people that are out there that are like really on their high horse about Prince would want this, and Prince would want that, and Prince would want this, and Prince would want that, and it wasn't. That's not what Prince was about at all.
Right.
Prince was okay with you doing stuff. He was okay with you showing and sharing and enjoying, but when you turn it into a profit motive,
Right. That's when
and
it's a problem.
you're making money off of his
Work.
music, or you're making money off of his work, that's a whole different ball game.
Completely. 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 And I would venture to say that everybody who runs around saying Prince this and he would do this and he wouldn't do that, the only people that really know what he would and wouldn't approve of and do are the people in his direct circle. Everyone else, it's secondhand guessing. It may be educated guesses, and you may be correct in your educated guess, but it's still a guess. You don't really know if you were not in that direct circle. That's what I'm saying. That's the only thing. It's like, stop claiming it. I don't. You be the greatest fan. You studied everything and know so much, but you don't really know except what they want you to know. That's it.
Stacy's reminding everybody that Prince did sell honey and condoms at Paisley Park with permission, and she smoked with permission at Paisley Park. So there's just people that just don't know stuff. It's just you just don't know, and he changes all the
Yeah,
time. He used to
exactly.
use profanity in every single one of his songs. '90s was the most profane period of Prince's life, but less than a decade later, from those
Nothing.
mid '90s,
Hmm.
he had a swear jar.
Right. Right. Right.
Yeah, so Prince changes his mind. He's allowed to change his mind. He's allowed to do something totally different if he wants to do something totally different. He wants to feel. I feel totally different about a lot of things that I did 20 years ago. Absolutely. Um,
You feel
th-
totally different from a lot of things you did too.
I used to condone a lot of things that I would not condone now.
Right. Right.
I would, yeah. So I just, I guess the point of that story and the point of that rabbit hole that I said I was not going to go down is please don't tear into other people for doing something when the whole existence of what you're doing is based around profit. It's just don't do it. It's just stop. Just stop. It's just,
Yeah.
you're making a living and profiting off of Prince. End of story.
Right.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's official or not. You're still in a process of profiting off of him.
Right. So stop
Even though
blasting everybody else.
but you're blasting everybody else
Right.
for selling something that wasn't ordained or that wasn't didn't officially originate from Paisley Park or from Prince or whatever. Man, stop. Just stop.
Right.
Stop.
Leave him alone.
Stop.
Right.
Oh my gosh, just anyways. So I don't know why I started that fight. I know people like drama, so it is what it is.
It's, it's gonna hear about it. There's gonna be a few things, I'm sure, in some other broadcasts that'll come up.
I didn't mention any names.
No, of course not, and you're not going to.
Nope.
So
I didn't because it's I just didn't. Anyways, a shout out, I guess. Rest in peace to the titan of the music industry, Mr. Mo Austin. He worked with Sinatra, he worked with Jimi Hendrix, and he worked with Prince. And he died on, I believe it was the 1st or the 2nd of August, just a few days ago, at 95 years old.
wow.
And he had, it wasn't just them, but he also worked with Joni Mitchell and Neil Young and the Kinks. But I know that Susanna Melvoin sent out a tweet to kind of show him some love because Mo really did do a lot and
Right.
for the careers of many people and especially Prince. He really came to bat for Prince in the early days of Prince's career.
Right.
And we'll
right.
we'll actually talk a little bit about that tomorrow. Because one of the things that people did not know is that one of the people when Prince was trying to get on board with Warner Brothers, and he was basically selling himself to Warner Brothers. He brought them into the studio and created a song right there on the spot with everybody sitting there in the studio, and they watched him set up the soundboard, go in, play drums, lay drum tracks, then come in, make an adjustment, then go out and lay the bass guitar, then come in, make an adjustment, and then go out and play guitar. And he created the whole song while they were watching. And what's funny about that is that not only was it some of the Warner Brother executives, but Mo Austin was one of them. So was Van Morrison. Van Morrison was also sitting in that studio, and so was I can't remember his name right up the top of my head. From Steely Dan was not. He wasn't one of the main. He wasn't not Donald Fagen or Walter Becker, but one of the guys that played with Steely Dan was also. So we got all these massive names that are sitting in the studio, watching Prince just go from the board to the studio, play an instrument, come back, make adjustment to the board, and just back and forth and back and forth. And so again, Mo was one of these guys that would really had Prince's back from the very, very beginning. And, between him and Owen Husney, they just kind of just said, yeah, just do whatever you want to do. Do what you got to do. Right. So I think that's really, really cool that, he was that significant in the role of Prince and many others, as I said, others. Tom Petty and Jimi Hendrix and Joni Mitchell and,
Yep.
So
Frank Sinatra, in the 60s.
Frank Sinatra, come on.
Come on.
Dude's a legend. The dude is the literal legend and passed away at the age of 95 just a few days ago. So rest in peace to them. a couple internal announcements. So that's all we got to talk about on the news side of things. We talked about the estate settlement with Primary Wave and all that stuff. That all shaking out. The Dave Roussan, the creator of the Cloud Guitar, they get some stuff worked out. So all these legal issues and battles that are going on have all shook out. So that's good.
Right.
So now hopefully we can show you a little bit of progress when it comes to releases and whatnot. And from what I understand, the date I heard was February 2023 when the switch is flipped. So while things have been settled, February, I seem to remember that February 2023 seems to be like a big switch flip.
I love it though. I love it. Back to creativity now. Back to the creation.
2023 is going to be a great year for Prince fans because Primary Wave is going to be given full autonomy to kind of do what they're going to do with the unreleased music that we've been waiting for. So it's going to be that cool stuff. What's also cool is that according to our interview that we did with Alan Leeds, Alan said we didn't hear it from him, although it was on interview, so we heard it. He said that the last he heard was that the Netflix documentary that we've been waiting for, the one that I guess Ava DuVernay was originally working on, and now what's his name is working on it. I can't remember his name. Anyways, now that Netflix documentary, which is supposed to be a multi-part documentary, not just like an hour and a half or whatever, is going to be coming out in 2023. There's been no date. It'll be here. It's going to be here. Have you watched that the new documentary on Woodstock 99 that just got released?
I saw it. It popped up.
Oh
and I said,
my God.
I'm not sure if I want to watch it.
Oh, it's like I just had to just sit and just laugh.
Yeah.
I mean, because all the stuff that was going on with Fred Durst from Limp Bizkit.
Yeah.
Because they were trying to get it because the whole entire crowd was just in this bouncing, vibrating, but it's like hundreds of thousands of people, like 200,000 plus people, kids, mostly kids, teenagers, a lot of them naked. And they're just all over the place in this. It's like watching water move. And Fred Durst is just standing on the edge of the stage, and this was back in the day when they were massive. I mean, 99 was the day of I did it all for the nookie, and it was just he was just engaging them and making it more raucous.
Yeah,
and it was just getting out of freaking control. And then what's even funnier is that at the closing act was Red Hot Chili Peppers, and what's funny is that they decided the guy who did it was the same guy who did the original Woodstock. The guy who did it handed out candles to everybody to have a candlelight vigil, which many of them turned into bonfires.
And there are the fires
all over the whole. So they created these huge, massive fires all over the place. And
I love it.
They asked Kiedis to go out and say, can you tell them to calm down or whatever? And he was like, I'm just a singer of Red Hot Chili, but they're not going to listen to me. But so he gets out there and he goes, all right, here's what we're going to do. And they started playing Jimi Hendrix's Fire and just started agitating the whole situation. And the whole thing just exploded. It was just, it is the funniest thing that I think I've ever seen, just watching these tens of, at this point in time at the third, just 200,000 kids destroying this. You have to see it. It's only 3 episodes for the whole thing. It's so funny.
I saw pieces like trailers and all that, and I'm like, maybe.
Yeah.
So,
if you're not one of these old fuddy duddies that kind of like, oh, I cannot believe these kids are doing that. I would typically be that person, but it was so ridiculous that I was laughing. I was just like, it was like one bad decision after another. It was just like this rolling. It was just, oh my God. It was
Fortunately,
so funny.
I've never really been a fuddy-duddy type.
Oh my God. It was the best. So anyways, you're going to love it. It's so funny. You have to watch it knowing that just seeing some idiots you know, these kids would probably make me mad if I saw them on the street, but it's just great.
Yeah.
Just watch it. It's funny.
Okay. I'll
Uh,
check it out.
yeah, another rabbit hole. Sorry about that. All right.
No,
So
it's all right. It's all right.
a couple more announcements again for internal stuff because we're going to stop here at 9. We're only doing an hour show tonight. Tomorrow night, as I mentioned, tomorrow night, we will be doing, I keep saying I will be doing an album chat for You, Prince's very, very first album. And I can tell you it's going to be very extensive and we're going to have a lot of information. So if you are a huge fan of Prince, you don't need to be anywhere else other than right here. Now, when I say right here, I mean mixcloud.com/Funkatopia. Watch on Mixcloud or listen on the app. So you need to listen on the app or Mixcloud. It will be recorded. So once I'm done, I'm going to try to upload it to YouTube and hopefully not get shut down.
Right.
But if it does, it does. I don't want to go live on Facebook and YouTube for those very, very reasons, because I don't want you guys to be settling down and ready to enjoy a show and then be a half hour into it and then you get cut off.
Yes.
It's too much of a pain in the butt. So we're only going to be doing it on Mixcloud and the Funked Up app. So download the Funked Up app if you don't already have it. You might be listening to the Funked Up app right now and listening to the broadcast. That was the reason why we came on tonight, was to test out the capability of broadcasting on the Funked Up app. So we want to make sure that you guys understand what we're doing and how you can get to it. Do not even bother coming to Facebook or YouTube. I may start the pre-show on there, but I'm probably going to drop off just for Mixcloud and app, just because I don't want to be interrupted and have people complaining, I can't talk on Facebook, they cut me off. Or
exactly, it's not worth it at that point.
You're not showing, or it's muted, or it's I can't deal with it. We are an ASCAP licensed station, so we play. Every single bit of music that you hear is being paid for. We are paying the artist to play. That is on the Funked Up app. That is, whenever you hear music that has anything to do with Funkatopia, we are paying for that, for the ASCAP licensing. Unfortunately, Facebook and YouTube does not give us the capability to give them the paperwork and say, look, we're ASCAP licensed. Can we play it? It's a problem. They don't allow us to do that. Especially when it comes to live broadcasts. We have found some little loopholes that if you record it and then upload it, it's not an issue. But I don't want to take that chance. This is going to be a really cool event. So tune into the Funked Up app tomorrow night, Friday night, or watch the video on mixcloud.com/Funkatopia, 8 p.m. tomorrow night, Eastern Standard Time. That's Atlanta, New York City time, 8 p.m. tomorrow night, Friday night. Just chill out. Relax. We're going to learn a bunch of stuff about Prince that you never knew. And I promise you'll learn something new tomorrow. I promise. It's
going to be fun.
Yeah. And I actually been going through the old interviews too. I did an interview with Owen Husney. I also did an interview with Chris Moon. Of course, we had the interview with Alan Leeds. So I actually have been reviewing all those interviews and finding the applicable stuff that applies. That's kind of redundant. The applicable stuff to the album chat. And so it's going to be a lot of fun. There's so many details and things that kind of got lost in the mix, and I dug them back up. So we're going to have some fun tomorrow. And then Tuesday night, we're going to be back to our normal schedule for a little bit to do Funkatopia Live with two very special guests, Bocephus and Sylvester.
We'll be back to our normal, but we'll be abnormal. Just be prepared.
So basically, for those who are not familiar with Bocephus and Sylvester, Bocephus is a country redneck, kind of mountain man type of individual.
Yep.
And Sylvester is a cat.
Sylvester's a cat.
Sylvester's a cat. Very, very similar to the talking tomcat, but funnier. Less annoying.
Well, maybe not this Tuesday.
So Bocephus and Sylvester will be with us on Tuesday night for Funkatopia Live, which is going to be just ridiculous. It's always is ridiculous. And sometimes we have special guests and we bring them in and we terrorize them as Bocephus and Sylvester.
And it may hurt a little bit. but it'll be fun.
Yes.
We're gonna have some fun. So
We
be
can't do it
there.
as long because last time I had to bail because I was just
Yeah, I
like,
know, right?
I cannot do this character like all freaking night.
You gotta stay in character, man. You gotta stay there.
Yeah, so I'll make sure that I don't talk that entire day because it's tough. It's tough on the vocals. Uh, as far as you guys listening on the Funked Up app, thank you so much for listening to Purple Yoda Radio. Which, for those who may not know, Purple Yoda Radio is part of the Funked Up app. You can go to the Google Play Store. You can also go to the Apple Store and download the Funked Up app. That's FUNKEDUP. Funked Up, one word. And as part of that, you get a 24/7 funk radio station that plays the best of old classic funk and new classic funk. So everything from the new Master Sounds and Lettuce all the way back to Earth, Wind, and Fire, Ohio Players, Parliament, all that. 24/7 funk radio. And there's also an alternate station called Purple Yoda Radio that plays 24/7 Prince. Again, both ASCAP licensed radio stations. And if you download it, tune in tomorrow at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You're going to hear the album chat for You. Now, it's not going to be on the Funked Up station that plays the regular funk stuff. It's going to be on the Purple Yoda radio side of things. So it's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to want to check that out. And then lastly, there has been some changes that have been made to the radio station. We uploaded a bunch of cool stuff. I've uploaded some live tracks. I've uploaded some other lost tracks, like 9 Million Bicycles, If You Were a Sailboat, because Prince said that I could, as long as I didn't sell them. So going to make sure that those types of songs get put into rotation, and it'll be fun. It'll be fun.
Yep.
So, but unfortunately, the station has to be indexed to do that. So that means I'll have to stop the radio station at some point, and then I have to start an indexing process, what's called a manual indexing process, where it's probably going to be offline for about 15 minutes or so while it goes through the thousands of songs that are up there and reprocesses everything that's up there. And it also fixed the overlay issue too, because there is I don't know what the timing of it is. I want to say it's like a 4 or 5 second overlay of songs. So when one song is coming to an end, it overlays. Sometimes it works out really, really cool. Other times, like bumpers from guests get buried underneath music and you can't hear what's going on. So we've reduced that to 2 seconds so that it flows a little bit better. But again, you can't turn that on until I do a full manual index and it rereads all the settings. So there's an indexing coming. It's basically what I'm telling you.
Brace yourselves.
It most likely will happen tonight, and later on tonight. But we will turn you guys back over to the music on Purple Yoda Radio in just a second. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and cut you guys loose on the Purple Yoda Radio. If you're listening via the app, I'm going to turn the music back over to you. I hope to see you tomorrow. Tomorrow, I want to see you. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the album chat for You. I will turn back over the music to Purple Yoda Radio, Facebook, and YouTube. I'll say goodbye to you in just a second. But for Purple Yoda Radio, here you go. Here's your music back. All right. So that's going to, we're going to save. All right. So,
cool.
Yeah, hold on a second. It's asking me for questions I did not expect to answer. Anyways, so for Facebook and YouTube folks, remember tomorrow we will not be doing the show for the album chat on Facebook and YouTube. So please make sure that you follow us on Mixcloud, mixcloud.com/Funkatopia, or download the Funked Up app. It's going to be a lot of fun tomorrow. You're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to just get ready.
Yeah, be ready. Check it out. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Well, he'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yes. You'll see us tomorrow. And, the other thing too, is that I don't know that Andre does anything other than Facebook. So for those who think that Andre talks too much, he won't be on here.
Sorry.
For those trying to get a word in between Andre's 500 posts that he's done on Facebook.
It's so funny.
I don't know that he's going to do Mixcloud because you can't. There's no interactivity with the app, so he's just going to have to just sit and listen.
Hey, he'll actually get to enjoy
I
the
don't.
show and
I,
listen. Yeah.
I don't know what he's going to do with himself.
Oh boy, he's gonna lose it.
All right,
Cool.
everyone. Good night. Have a good Thursday night, and we'll see you tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for
See
the
you
album
guys.
chat. For yeah, anyways, yes. We'll see you guys later. Good night, and sweet dreams. Right? Sure. Why not?